What's going on, Comets? All right, so this is not going to be on Sportscast, so this is just straight YouTube. All right, I am straight up on YouTube, and I have not told anyone about this because this is my, post-game review of the Bears, and I should have, but I didn't. Oh yeah, great game for the D again. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Um, but I might want to share this. I don't know. No, you know what? Screw it. If people show up, they show up. Okay? I'm actually loving the fact that all these Bears fans were out there talking about, oh, Nick Foles is going to light the Colts up, right? Didn't they? I mean, you heard that all week. Nick Foles is going to light the Colts up. The Colts defense is not legit. They've only played crap teams. Guess what, Chicago? I was right. You've only played crap teams too. I mean, and your offensive line is still shit. I mean, that's just what it is. You needed to fix it in the offseason. You didn't do it. Maybe that's a wake-up call this past game. Go fix your O-line. All right? Now, to be fair, the Bears defense, they look pretty darn good too, right? I mean, they had 2 interceptions. I thought they should have had 2. Khalil Mack drop on the tip pass from Rivers at the near the goal line, and then what's his face, number 58 should have had an interception in the end zone, but his foot was out of bounds. Oh yeah, I've been saying that since the beginning of the year. The first real test against the Colts will be the Browns. Their defense. Browns got a killer offense, and their defense ain't bad either. Roquan Smith, thank you, 58. Thanks, appreciate that. Yeah, that's exactly it, man. So here's the thing. This defense is nasty. And as long as that defensive line continues to get pressure, I get it that we're not getting the sack numbers that you would expect, and we would if Eberflus sent an extra blitzer once in a while, because he almost never blitzes. But if he did occasionally, we'd get more sacks. But we're at least getting pressures. And the fact that we're not blitzing so much means there's more guys looking into the backfield to be able to come up to make tackles on the run game, which is keeping the run game really, really well, and to help in the pass defense. I think we had 4 passes defense last night against the Bears. Maybe, but here's the thing. The Browns' offenses look good all year round. I mean, they are averaging over 200 yards a carry. But I don't want to get into the Browns this game. I want to talk about the Bears and Colts. The Browns preview I'll have this Friday. I don't think Chubb will be playing. I don't think he'll be playing, but we'll be finding out Friday when we do the pregame. What? Did I say a carry? Oh, my bad, Cody. You know what I meant. 200 a game. 204 a game. That's a lot of yards rushing a game. That's like what the Ravens was doing last year. Now, the Ravens, I think, still have the second best, but they're not over 200 yards. Good Lord. Nowhere near 200 yards. But, man, I love this defense. I hope Darius Leonard's groin is okay, because he messed up his groin in that game, left in the first half. That sucked. Nick is expected to miss 6 weeks. That sucks for them. I mean, don't get me wrong. Chubb's a heck of a running back, right? I mean, the Bengals? Who expected the Bengals to win? All because of Joe Mixon. I completely forgot Joe Mixon was on that team. Okereke had surgery on his thumb. Yeah. But that won't keep him out. He'll have a freaking cast over his hand. Oh, yeah. Actually, from what I was understanding, Okereke took over the mic, took over Walker's position, and Walker took over Leonard's position because him and Leonard were talking the whole game, apparently. At least that's what I was understanding from that. That Walker was saying that Leonard was constantly in his helmet telling him, hey, these are your assignments. Don't forget these assignments. You know? And how Walker talks with Leonard on the field, I guess Leonard was talking with Walker. But that's the great thing about our linebacking group. The communication is awesome. The communication is awesome. They talk so well. Passing their assignments off and on to each other, man. Let's talk about our cornerbacks. Seems like this is 3 weeks in a row now that a certain Xavier Rhodes played a pretty darn good game. Rock didn't look too shabby coming back, and yes, I saw that somebody talked about earlier Blackman. Yep. Comments. He talked about Blackman. Did a very good job. Did a very good job again. Talk about lighting it up. Chris Troger. Go listen to Chris down there. Hit that like button. Get some shares out there if you don't mind. Blackman lit that receiver up. What was it, the tight end? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was their tight end. He lit him up so hard he dropped the ball. I thought there was a couple plays where the defensive backs were hitting those guys as soon as the ball would get there. And I think that shifted their whole thought process. Receivers, it became business decisions at that point. Do I catch this ball and possibly be taken out of the game? Or am I looking around and to make sure I don't get hit? Yeah, he did have an interception too. But I love the physicality. I really do. I love the physicality of our safeties, right? Now, Kari made a stupid play. He did make a stupid play in the game, but he's still young, and he'll still learn. But he still plays with a lot of physicality, and so does Blackman. So we're going to have good safeties. And don't forget, we got Odom backing up, so we need, red zone conversions. Yeah. That's not a good thing for our offense, is it? We can't go down there and score touchdowns 1 out of every 3 trips to the red zone so far this season, I think. I think we're 33%. We can't be like that. All right. Now that's fine against the Bears when we're able to just completely nullify their offense. But against the Browns, I'm sorry, we have a good defense, but I think the Browns are going to score more than freaking 19 points on us. I hope not. But I would not be surprised if they can score in the upper 20s against our team. Which means when we get into the red zone, we need to be a lot better than 33%. A lot better. That's just flat fact. That's what we need to do right now. So, Bears defense, great, right? Taylor was averaging about 4 yards a carry against a really good defense. Now, people thought, we'll be able to run the heck out of them, but their run defense is better than what it's shown over the last few years. So I'm happy with 4 yards. Jordan Wilkins, man, he had a run. Oh my goodness. He had a run where he was caught in the backfield by Khalil Mack. Turned on a dime, left Mack on the ground, cut back around, left Roquan Smith behind him. Roquan had to turn and chase him down from behind, as Jordan Wilkins was sliding in and out of other defenders. It was a heck of a run. I agree, Alpha Wolf, about stopping. Here's my issue. I wanted to talk about Hines. Now, I understand that Reich wants to run Hines so that it makes him a legit threat when he's out there to pass the ball to him. But if you got to run him 8, 9, 10 times a game, especially up the gut, in order to make him a legit receiver threat 3 or 4 times, don't do it. Don't do it. There's no reason. Come on. Just put Jordan Wilkins or Taylor out there. If you need to put Hines out there, bring him up into the running back position, and then if you want to pass him, drop his butt into the slot. That way a linebacker is on him. That way you got him lined up on the goal line in the slot with a linebacker on him. When he takes off, he's already across the line of scrimmage. That is how you use Nyheim Hines. If you want to pass the ball to him, use him that way. Because they're either going to put a linebacker or a safety on him. If they put a safety on him, then you got T.Y. up the field. That is, if that connection can happen. I think it happened 2 or 3 times last night. Nick Folds. What's up, Brian? What's going on, man? Yeah. I can't remember the exact play that you're talking about with Isaiah Rodgers, though. Alpha. I can't think of it for some reason. Michael Cat, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Defense is going to be nasty, but like I said, man, be wary. Be wary. The issue is we can't, I said before, we can't take the Bears serious. The Bears combined, the teams that the Bears have beaten this year, their combined record is 1-10. 1-10. They want to talk smack about us. They're in the same stinking boat, okay? But our defense just outplayed them. Had yards running on the edge. Yeah. Well, the thing is Taylor needs to learn to run up the gut to bring the linebackers in before he cuts out, okay? And that's something that he's not gotten used to. In the NFL, sometimes you need to do that. You need to set the defense up for your runs to the outside. And Taylor's just going to take time being taught how to do that in the NFL rather than just using his college know-how and intuition. Guys are faster. Quite frankly, when he hit that edge for that 16-yard run, the one where Phillip Rivers was like, he took you to the edge, right? He beat you off the edge. And when he was talking to Roquan Smith, he could have had more yards than that. When that safety was coming up to hit him, instead of him just letting him hit him, if he would have just leaned into the safety and delivered a blow while continuing, I think he could have broke that all the way for a touchdown. And he's the kind of running back I think could do that. All right. High Octane, what's up, guy? All right. So, I will have, later on, we're going to find out amongst all of you guys what my film room will be on for this Wednesday. I don't know who it will be. It'll be up to you guys. Would it be the secondary, how they played in the secondary? Will it be offensive, right? Will it be offensive? You want me to look at the offensive line? You want me to look at the running backs or how the wide receivers went? Or even Phillip Rivers. I don't know. What about the kicker? I don't know much about kicking, so I don't know how well I would be able to break down kicking. I'm sorry, that's just not my specialty, I suppose. But anything else, we'll be able to do that, but I'll take that vote later on at the end of the stream here in about a half hour or so. Let's see. Is their Bears secondary that good? Yeah. Yes. Brian, that secondary is nasty. That entire Bears defense is nasty. And they got Jalen Johnson, the rookie, to go with some really good corners and safeties. So, yes, that Bears secondary is really, really good. I want to see a few things more effective with the Colts offensively. I want to see them use our tight ends more often. Because I don't think our tight ends. Trey Burton got way too many targets for just coming off of IR, not practicing, coming off of IR, and being his first game with the Colts. Way too many targets. It should have been a Mo or Jack. My thought. That's just what I feel. Oh, man. If we had... High Octane asked a great question. Do you think the game would have been close without the injuries to Campbell? If Paris Campbell was on the field yesterday, this game would have been blown wide open. Wide open. There would have been a lot more red zone conversions just for the simple fact that the way, his little crossing inside cut, his side-to-side speed movement is so quick that it's really, really tough to cover him. So as soon as he does a little drag right across the goal line, Rivers would hit him every time. No one would be able to keep up with him. But why in the world were we throwing to freaking Trey Burton when he had what? Not even a full week of practice? Come on. But you think that Julian is way better than Jalen Johnson? Okay. I'm just saying. I think Jalen Johnson's going to be good. I mean, he is a rookie. I think he'll be better. I think C.J. Henderson's better than Jalen Johnson. But I think Jalen Johnson's a very good starting rookie corner. And I think he'll only get better as the season goes on. Allen Robinson, we did a really good job on Allen Robinson today. I mean, really good. He had a couple catches, but quite frankly, it should have. I think he was scared to touch the football because he was seeing not only himself but his other guys. I think when everybody saw what happened to Jimmy Graham when Julian lit him up, they were afraid to catch over the middle. End of discussion. They were just afraid. I think Rivers is having... Pascal! Let's talk about Pascal and Marcus Johnson. Pascal did all right, but that 50-50 catch with two defenders on him, Marcus Johnson, what a catch. What a catch by Marcus Johnson. You guys remember that? He threw it up. It was the first time I've seen Rivers throw up a prayer ball in his career with the Colts so far. A prayer ball. And Marcus Johnson came down with it. I mean, it's just, you're right, Brian. It's like Johnson just willed that catch for himself. It was unbelievable. I seen that in the air. I looked over and I was like, oh my, that's an interception. But nope. Actually, we are dropping two tight ends. We're not seeing three tight ends near as much. But we are seeing two tight ends quite a bit. It was a lot of Doyle and Burton. And then Burton would leave and Mo Alley Cox would come in whenever they were more into the running sets. But to be fair, like I said, Yeah, the Bears defense is ranked really low right now, but don't let the ranking fool you. They are a very, very good defense. Very good defense. So, I'm not too upset scoring 19 on a really, really, really good defense. I just wish that we could have converted in the red zone a little bit better. Yeah, sometimes though, man, when you got young guys, they don't know. A lot of times they don't realize to track the ball in the air, go after the football. I mean, Rodgers, frankly, shouldn't have had to have been out there in the first place. I mean, I think Rodgers still is a little bit raw to be out on the field. That is my thought. Number 27 is probably my favorite corner right now over Rock Ya-Sin. And I said it all season. All season I said, you watch. Xavier Rhodes, he will be playing at a Pro Bowl level as long as he doesn't get hurt. If he gets an injury to his ankle, his calf, his knee, his hamstring, groin, something like that, somewhere that's messing up where his side-to-side movement and his back-and-forth speed is adjusted, that's what hurts him. That's what hurt him the last 2 years in the Vikings. That's what my breakdown says. And over the last 3 weeks, it's proven that. Oh, my wife is wanting something from me. I thought Hot Rod missed that first field goal, guys. And then I saw the rest put their arms up like, it's good. But, boy, that ball shanked hard. I thought for sure he missed it. But somehow it made it just on the inside of the upright without hitting it. And didn't we have a linebacker block a punt, ladies and gentlemen? Unblocked right up the middle? That's pretty impressive. That was pretty good. So yeah, our special teams are great. The punt from Sanchez, dude, that was damn near down at the 1. That close. That close. Wow. So yeah, I mean, we almost seen it 3 games in a row where the special where the punter damn near pinned him right at the 1 yard line. So I'm waiting to see if we have a top 5 special teams and a top 5 defense. And I was saying this at the beginning of the year. I thought we could have a top 5 defense in the NFL. Granted, we've only played one good offensive team, and that's the Vikings. But next week we'll figure out how good we really are. We need to get the running game going a little bit better than what we're got going, though. 4 yards a carry. Bears defense, very, very good. Rivers' completion percentage was not nearly as high as what it used to be. It was like 78.3% coming in. I think he got, 56% of his completions in yesterday. And some of them were just bad passes. I mean, bad passes. And then, of course, that one tip pass. No, we don't have an update on Leonard yet. I have not heard anything. Frank Reich is supposed to be having a press conference, I think, at 5 today. To give takes on injuries and things like that. I'll find out at then. That's in like 10 minutes, so I won't be watching that live. I don't know. Let me check it out. Hold on. Let's find out. Let's find out if he still has the top completion percentage in the league. There's something wrong here. No, he's not. Russell Wilson now has a higher completion percentage than he does. And so does Derek Carr. And Teddy Bridgewater. He dropped from 78% to 72%. Phillip Rivers from this game. So, just letting you know that. Still, he's only been sacked 3 times in 4 games. Great. That says a lot. He's got, what's fun, he's got 13 passes beyond 20 yards. Russell's got 16. People say that Rivers has got a weak arm. He don't throw it downfield anymore. I'm sorry, but that's not terrible. He's got the same passes downfield, exactly the same amount of passes downfield past 20 yards as Gardner Minshew. Now, Josh Allen's just stupid, 21. Holy crap. But he's got more downfield than Kyler Murray, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Drew Brees, obviously. Justin Herbert, obviously. More than Teddy Bridgewater. More than Cam. Dak, obviously, another one of those guys that's just stupid because of the weapons he's got. He's got more downfield than Patrick Mahomes. You know Patrick's only thrown the ball 20 yards or more 10 times? Wow. Russell Wilson has the best completion percentage, FaZe. That's what I just got done saying. After yesterday, Rivers got dropped the 4th best. He went from 78 to 72%. I mean, throwing 53, 54% in a game, that's going to drop you a little bit. But to be fair, Rivers don't throw to the running backs nearly as much as a lot of these other quarterbacks do. So, and that's funny because we all thought that he would be targeting the tight ends and the running backs a lot because that's what he did a lot with the Chargers. But he's not doing that nearly as much as what you would expect. Yeah, Trey got a bunch. But before yesterday, he wasn't targeting the tight ends as much. He was targeting the wide receivers mostly. So, I think with Trey getting into his groove, starting to learn a little, I don't know if I like Trey Burton. He did not look good to me against the Bears. He did not look good to me. I'd rather Mo Alley Cox have the football. Just saying. I like Jack Doyle and Mo Alley Cox more than I like Trey Burton yesterday. At least from what I saw. Receiving wise. They did, Jared. And that's just because the Bears defense is that good. Well, Jared says that I feel like our guys had trouble getting open yesterday. Brian said the same thing, and the Bears defense is just really, really good. Okay? Like I said, before we even started the game, I said don't let their 15th rank in the NFL fool you. They are a damn good defense. Yeah. We need to get that whole Mo over Trey thing going, like, on social media. That way everybody realizes that, we would like to see Mo get more targets. I'm still waiting to hear about Campbell. He had surgery done last week. I think it was him. I think Campbell had surgery. Or maybe he didn't. Somebody did. A couple people did, really. I did not like how they used Hines yesterday. I said that earlier. I hated the fact that they were using Hines in that way, with running him up the middle, running him like that at all, just to make him a viable option in the pass game while he's out there, is stupid. Stupid. If you're going to do that, put him out there with another freaking running back, and then you can just split him out wide. All right? Split him out wide, put him in the slot, put him in a wide receiver somewhere, something like that. And then, if you got Jonathan Taylor or Jordan Wilkins, you can use the play action off of them. Hines will have a safety or a linebacker on him because he came out from the running back position. There's your matchup that you want. Oh, yeah, Kimoko Toure. 2 more games, and then we might have a chance at seeing him come off the pup. 2 more games, and we have a chance to see Kimoko Toure come off the pup. We're all excited about that. I know we are. I know I am. I want to see Kimoko Toure come out. But now remember, he might come off the pup, and if he does, don't expect to see him for a couple weeks because he's got to practice. He's got to get into that football situation, So you might not see him until legitimately the Baltimore game. Good news about the Baltimore game also. Did you know that over like the past multitudes of years, the Ravens have been undefeated after their bye week? And their bye week was week 8. Right up until Tennessee screwed up everything. Now their bye week is week 7. So they don't have the bye week before the Colts game. So they won't be fully rested when they go to face the Colts. So that's good news. Wait, O'Brien's been fired? No. Now has been fired 1 minute ago. Holy crap. That's a lot of positions to fill. Now, that is a lot of positions to fill for the Texans. Bill O'Brien's been gone. Holy crap. That means they need a new offensive coordinator, new head coach, and a new GM. I wonder who's taking over coaching responsibilities and play calling responsibilities for the Texans with O'Brien being terminated. Oh, Alpha, I do too. Oh, could you imagine having Deshaun Watson on Indy right now? That'd be a heck of a game. Is Romeo going? The defensive coordinator is going to take over play calling? Really? The defensive coordinator is going to take over play calling, or are they going to give that to the offensive coordinator that wasn't actually making the play calls? That's a good question. Hey, Kim, look over on the bed right there at Shadow. My cat's doing a little funny, cute thing. My cat's laying on his back like this, with his legs all sprawled out. Deshaun Watson might finally be let loose for once. Oh yeah, I love Deshaun Watson, but I mean, you can't start off 0-4. And he started to look pretty good at the end of the game last night. Yesterday, the 1 o'clock game, the one that I was posting all those videos about against the Vikings. I thought he was looking really good in the fourth quarter. He about had to, didn't he? He about had to sign a deal. But at least now Bill O'Brien's gone. I don't know if you want the ex-Browns freaking head coach to be the head coach. Because Romeo wasn't that good of a head coach. But, okay. We'll see how that works out for him. Good news. The Titans did not have any COVID positive tests for the first time in a week. That's something interesting. So, what's really confusing to me is this whole COVID thing. Like with what they got with New England playing tonight at 7, right? The New England Kansas City game is tonight at 7, even though Cam Newton came down with COVID. The Texans, their shit just spread like wildfire through their team. I think they had 10 people total. And then they're like, no, it's going to have to be played in a couple weeks from now. What? Bobby Okereke, I thought he had surgery on his thumb. And Anthony Costanzo's injured. Now what? I'm not seeing much. I don't have any updates for that stuff yet. Oh, he's got a rib injury. Okay. Oh, he might play. I hope so, though, because the Browns got one heck of a pass rusher. But I hope that at least Leonard can play if Bobby can't. We had too many people hurt that game, apparently. Well, as long as Darius Leonard can get through his groin injury, I think we'll be fine. Because we need all the speed that we can get on defense. Dude, FaZe, LaRaven Clark's not good at all. I mean, he was... every time I've ever watched him play, he's been god-awful terrible. I don't know why. Now, here's the thing. He might have gotten better over the last year. Because the last time I saw him was last year's training camp. Okay? And preseason and practice and all that stuff. Last preseason. And I sat and watched him live. I sat there and watched the practices, watched training camp. And he was awful. I mean, awful. But they kept him. Mainly because Ballard likes his measurables. I'm hearing he's been gotten better. I hope he has. I truly do. But I would not trust LaRaven Clark at left tackle protecting Phillip Rivers' blind side by any means. In which training camp? This past training camp or the year before? Because no one was there for this past training camp. They couldn't have anyone there. I was there the previous training camp in 2019, and he was awful. Yeah, Chris, that's what I'm saying. I've heard that he's improved, but I don't know. Yeah, you heard it from Bring the Juice. They weren't there watching him either. They were just going by what they were told, by reports. That's what I'm saying. You know, no one was there for training camp. They weren't allowed to have anyone there. There was 3 people that were allowed to watch training camp, and they had to watch from the freaking roof of the building or from outside the doors. But, I mean, I hope he's gotten better. I hope he's gotten better. Because from what I physically saw of him last training camp, when media was allowed to be there, and I was there watching and doing reports on it, he was god-awful. He didn't have the strength to hold up to bull rushes. He had the speed and length to handle speed rushers, but not bull rushers. Sorry, my boy Ray's messaging me in my channel because I got to cover tonight's Monday night football games here in a little bit. Yeah, we don't. I would not want LaRaven Clark protecting Rivers' blind side against Myles Garrett. There's no way. Myles wouldn't need a helmet to bash the head in of Rivers if LaRaven Clark is protecting his blind side. I wouldn't want that. All right. Well, yeah, that's possible, Apollo. I mean, we could have tight end help to give him help, but we do that anyhow. We did that in the Bears game, right? We did that in the Bears game. The tight ends were chipping and pushing on Mack almost every play to slow him up. So you know they're going to do that with Garrett as well. So, but, man. I'm excited. I'm very happy the Colts still have the number 1 defense. And by far, I mean, their run defense just took a massive... They were ranked 4th in the NFL in run defense before yesterday. Then they gave up 27 yards in an entire game. That's got to move them up a rank or two, don't they? I mean, come on. Oh, Kevin's just laughing. He's probably part of the Extend Bill O'Brien hashtag community because, you know, Bill O'Brien's won more games for the Colts than Frank Reich. Jared asks how I feel about the offensive play calling. In general, when it came to the pass plays, I was okay with it. There was a few run plays I think they should have went a little bit differently. The pass plays I was fine with. It was more of where Rivers was sending the ball on the pass plays that I wasn't too happy with on a few of them. But then again, there was good pass rush. Bears got a good pass rush. I didn't like running Hines up the middle so much as everybody else says. But then again, I've already stated what I thought about what they should do with Hines. Actually, I don't know, Kevin. I kind of dig those. I like running the ball on second down. I like running the ball on second and long. Because generally the defense isn't expecting it. Generally the defense is backed off just a little bit, and you usually got a little bit of extra room. Problem is selling it better. That's the difference. Okay? The running back can't look like he's standing there waiting for the ball to go into his breadbasket. If he does that, then the defense knows it's coming. He's got to set up like he's getting ready to block or something like that. Then turn and get that ball. That's what you got to do. It's how you sell a draw on second and long, on whether or not it's successful or not. And also, like I said, the Bears defense is just smothering, and they're very, very good. They're a top 5 defense in this NFL. Guys, man, 16 of you in here right now. I would love some more. I'd love for you guys to hit the like, please. Chat rate says 3. Does that mean I only got, I got 11 likes. 17 people. Hit the like button, please. Share this thing, man. All you got to do is go down there, hit share, copy the stream key, and pop that sucker on your social media. Get some people in here. Adam Gase to the Texans. Oh, and then Bill O'Brien to the Jets. That'd be awesome. Yeah, Chris, that happens. JT missed a couple breakout runs because he slipped. You know what? There was a couple times where not just JT, but there was other players that slipped as well, right? But we were in Soldier Field, and that's grass, as opposed to the turf that they're normally playing on. So there's a huge difference between playing at home and playing outside too. For the Colts. The Colts are built. Generally, they're built for the stadium, not the stadium that they're in for, Lucas Oil. You generally don't want an outdoor stadium like Soldier Field. Hell no. Brian, I'm telling you, Justin Herbert is not as good as what you see from Justin Herbert is his max potential. He's not going to get any better than what you see of him. Okay? He's at his ceiling right now. He came into the NFL from college at his ceiling. He's not getting any better. I love what we got with Eason. We just need to give Eason time. That's just my opinion on that. I like our first drives. Are so damn good. And then somehow strange stuff. Oh, Jared, that's just because Chuck Pagano, believe it or not, is a decent defensive coordinator and not a great head coach. As a defensive coordinator, he can adjust his game plan and his play calling to what other... He's good at doing that defensively. But he wasn't calling defensive plays. He was calling, he was the head coach for the Colts. He wasn't the defensive coordinator for the Colts. You're a big fan of Herbert, like Herbert. Honestly, Burrow played a little bit better yesterday than what I've seen him all year. before yesterday, I didn't know he could throw the ball further than 10 yards. Just saying. Well, also, I mean, Pagano is a... I really don't want to get into this with you guys. Pagano has his pluses. Pagano has his minuses. Okay? I'll just leave it at that. There's good things about him. There's bad things about him. And if you have him as your coach, you got to accept both of them because that's who he is. You know? It's just like having Frank Reich. When you get Frank Reich, you're going to have a guy who's going to be innovative on his calls, but you also are guaranteed to have somebody who's going to take chances, a lot of chances, and chances at times that you just are like, what the hell was that? Why are you going 4th and 3 in the first quarter on your own 37-yard line? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you take the good with the bad. That's all I'm saying about everybody that we've had, and anybody in general. A lot of messages right now. Good idea to practice a week before the game. Did you just say moist, Alpha? You just said moist. How my wife's going to hate you. That's like the word she don't ever want me to say. And we're moving on from the word moist. Give me something you liked about the Colts game. Give me, besides the defense, because we've said that the defense that we've liked so much, every week this year we've liked the defense. Let's talk about something that we liked other than that. Come on, Alpha. Moving on. You liked Mo. He had that catch for a touchdown, man. He plays physical. Yes. Mo Alley-Cox was something that we really, really liked. Jonathan Taylor on the second level that we saw twice yesterday. Twice. Once on the edge, and then once when he hit that 9-yard run right up the gut, and it took like 3 or 4 of them Bears to bring him down. Yep. Special teams was good, yes. Yeah, I talked about that earlier, Faze. The Jordan Wilkins run where Mack had him dead to rights, and then he stopped, cut back, left Mack laying out on the ground. That was a heck of a run by Jordan Wilkins. I want to see more outside pulling runs for Taylor. Like what Mack used to get. See, have you noticed that when he gets those, he rarely takes it to the outside like he's supposed to? He ends up cutting inside, even though Nelson is pulling all the way to the outside. He still takes it inside. He's got to learn. Follow Nelson. Put your hand on Nelson's back and follow him. Then when he engages with somebody, then break off from him. That's what I want to see. He can't be afraid to slow himself down a little bit to have Quentin Nelson in front of him leading blocking. That is not something I'm doing a breakdown on the Rivers Smith trash talk. Roquan. That's like a 5-second clip, man. I want to do a breakdown over something a lot bigger than that. Let's look at the NFL defenses. Hold on. Team stats, defensively. Rushing defense. How many games are we... The Indianapolis Colts are only allowing 3.6 yards per carry and are currently 4th by 5 yards. The Seahawks have allowed 303 yards rushing. The Colts have allowed 308 yards rushing. The Seahawks only allow 3.4 yards a carry. The Colts allow 3.6. But we've only allowed 1 rushing touchdown, whereas the Seahawks have allowed 5. So that's a good positive note for our run defense. Excellent note for our run defense. All right, guys. I'm going to probably jump off. I've been here an hour. So let's drop our votes in. Anything but the defense and kicking. Like field goals, because I don't want to do a break. Something offensively. I wouldn't mind doing secondary if that's what you want. But if you want me to break down runs, offensive line, wide receivers, the tight ends, what do you guys want me to do our film room breakdown on this Wednesday for? Say something in the chat. That way I know. That's what I want to see right now. What is my film room breakdown Wednesday? Alpha says wide receivers. He wants to see a wide receiver film room. That's a pretty good thing considering the wide receivers didn't look that great. Wide receiver. FaZe, I said not defensive. I mean, I get that, okay, Glasgow is a special teams. All right. Corners, Julian Blackman. Jamie, hey, what's up? I got too many wide receivers right now. All right, so it looks like I'm doing a wide receiver breakdown this Wednesday, live on Sportscaster. Now, the next day, I will upload that, but if you want to watch it live, it'll be on Sportscaster on my Lawrence Owen NFL channel. All right, so just let you know. Well, actually, it should be on Colts Law, but you can find it anywhere on Sportscaster. Just look me up. Fumble, blown play call. Yeah. Should have been a fumble. All right, guys. It's been an hour. I got to prepare for my breakdown for Monday Night Football games. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Please don't forget, smash that like button. Hit the share. Share it to your social media. Help me get some more people out there to come in and watch and interact because you guys are awesome. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you Friday when we break down the Cleveland Browns game, right? That'll be fun. And until next time, have a good one. Go Colts.